Pakistan is ready for general elections on 8th of February. Or is it really ready? Do you notice an absence of vibrancy, of campaigning compared to how we usually see in other countries or in India, to be specific, that is also expecting elections this year? Now, there are reasons for this. This may be the third consecutive civilian parliament election in Pakistan, but controversies abound, casting a shadow on the electoral process. And importantly, will Pakistan see stability or descend further into chaos? Why does it matter to us, you ask? Well, Pakistan, with its 241 million people, is a player in the region. It is friends with China. It's a former friend with the United States of America. It has now a troubled border with Iran, a bloody border also with Taliban-controlled Afghanistan, and is a neighbor to India. This election in Pakistan, however, is like no other. But the fact remains that for Pakistan, democracy may be on paper, but in reality is the military's rule. So let's talk about two key players this Pakistan election, Nawaz Sharif and Imran Khan, so to say. Let me show you the images of both. Nawaz Sharif, 74 years old, and Imran Khan, 71 years old. So both of them in the same bracket of the age group. Both have had their run as Prime Minister Pakistan, and their similarity ends there. But what binds them together is a tumultuous career due to Pakistan Army and the ISI. It's very interesting, stay tuned. Born in 1949, Nawaz Sharif is businessman turned politician, in fact one of the wealthiest families. In 1976, but when his family business faced nationalization, that is when his political journey started. Reports suggest it was a former ISI Director General looking for an urban political leader who brought Nawaz in and mentored him. And rising through the ranks fast, Nawaz Sharif became Prime Minister in 1990, but faced removal in 1993, could not even complete his term. Did get reinstated later, but only to resign soon and losing elections to Benazir Bhutto. This roller coaster continued for the next two prime ministerial terms also. Sent to exile in Saudi Arabia, the Panama Papers leak in 2016 exposing his financial irregularities, leading to disqualification, and then the medical treatment exile in London. By the mid of his career, however, Nawaz Sharif's disdain for the ISI and for the Pakistan military having such a stronghold had started to show. While this was on, let me tell you about an interesting snippet when Nawaz Sharif and Imran Khan, who wasn't a Neta, met on the same platform, and what happened was incredible. Now, there was an Australian correspondent who Imran Khan, as a cricketer, introduced Nawaz Sharif to. Listen into what happened when this reporter asked Nawaz Sharif, then the Prime Minister, that has he ever thought of having Imran Khan as the right man possibly to have on his team? Here's what Nawaz Sharif said.
Sir, this is Richard, who's come from Australia, 60 minutes.
Prime Minister, a great pleasure to meet you.
Welcome to Pakistan.
Thank you very much indeed.
Is it your first visit?
Yeah, no, second. Are you proud of the young boy?
Oh yes, they've run extremely well.
If he was to go into politics, he'd be the right man to have on your team, would he?
I offered him a long time ago, but he declined. I don't know why.
Sensible.
My offer is still valid.
Well, Imran Khan, however, became the man who disrupted the third term of Nawaz Sharif, and that was with a fight against corruption. He was a well-known cricketer, led the team to victory in 1992 World Cup, but turned to politics soon after with the formation of Pakistan Tehreek-e-Insaf, PTI, in 1996. His whole wave of political popularity was fueled by promises to combat corruption and economic woes, and against the Nawaz Sharif government. In 2018, Imran Khan won the election. Nawaz Sharif then charged on and said, Army and ISI have put this puppet government of Imran Khan in place. And how ironic that Imran Khan, who had overthrown Nawaz Sharif on a fight against corruption, was to years later be thrown in prison on similar charges of corruption and of gobbling state gifts. And now when Imran Khan was being thrown into prison, he now charged at the Pakistan military and its chief, then General Asim Munir, alleging that they are trying to topple the civilian government. So now you see, for both leaders, Army and ISI found a mention constantly through their careers. Imran Khan now remains behind bars, will not be able to contest elections, but his party is still campaigning using his popularity. Because maybe times can change for him too. And I say that because serious charges against Nawaz Sharif all throughout his career have now been dropped on return to Pakistan. And now he seems to be the front runner in elections. And how? It's a miracle. All allegations dropped. Previously imposed lifetime ban on Nawaz Sharif declared unconstitutional, just like that. Too much of a coincidence? Or is it? Reports are suggesting that now the backing that Sharif has received is from the military establishment and has set the stage for a possible fourth term as the Prime Minister, the same military that earlier Nawaz Sharif was charging at. Senior journalist of Pakistan, Hamid Mir, writes in India Today, and I quote it here, "Many observers believe that this election is already rigged, but some are satisfied that at least the elections is no longer delayed, despite a resolution passed in their parliament. Pakistanis are opposing a delay because they believe that the worst democracy is better than a good dictatorship. It is generally believed that caretaker Prime Minister Anwarul Haq Akkar, he says, is a proxy of the military establishment." Tragic fact there for Pakistan. So basically the country looks like a tragic puppet show. Army is believed to appoint a political puppet. The master decides the leader's rise or fall. Nawaz Sharif had fallen out with the military earlier, but appears to be back with no tension, in fact support of the military. Imran Khan, nobody knows till when will he be inside jail or if he will ever be able to even walk out now, out of the prison. This while Pakistan faces economic struggle, security concerns, and a nation seeking relief, and no independent ideological leader to lead the country to better days. But what is that one factor that unites Nawaz Sharif and Imran Khan or helps them get more popular in Pakistan? It is their hate for India. While delivering a speech at the United Nations in the year 2020, Imran Khan claimed India is the only country to state-sponsor terrorism, which they do as a result of their deep-rooted RSS ideology, Nazism, etc., etc. As if the world cannot see or has forgotten how minor girls are regularly kidnapped and converted to Islam in Pakistan under state patronage, or how Pakistan passport has discriminatory religious mentions to be cleared, how their state religion encourages persecution of minorities with regular incidents of mob violence on temples, intellectuals, and on a daily basis. Which non-Muslim individual have you seen in Pakistan rising to top government or official positions? Nawaz Sharif was no different with his hate for India. This is while Indian Prime Minister, formerly I.K. Gujral, to Atal Bihari Vajpayee held out a hand of peace. But addressing the United Nations General Assembly, Nawaz Sharif, as usual, ranting on about the Indian security forces in Kashmir and hailing the terrorists, calling them martyrs. So let's look at facts on the ground today. Kashmir is rising, witnessing relative peace, infrastructure development, and hope for a bright future. Pakistan, exactly the opposite on the ground. India, you should know, announces $14 billion interim budget for Jammu and Kashmir. It is 4.5 times more than Pakistan's monetary fund bailout request. So see the difference on the indulgence, contribution toward Jammu and Kashmir, and the response from the people in Kashmir too joining in this development together. In both cases, however, while there were rants against India, both these leaders softened also in later stage, when these leaders realized how badly they were being treated by their own, while India is rising higher and higher. They spent most of their career delivering tirade on Kashmir instead of focusing on their own country's welfare for which they were elected. Listen now to what Imran Khan had said recently on India Rising. This is before he was taken into arrest. And how Nawaz Sharif mentioned India's landing on the moon vis-a-vis no development in Pakistan.
हिंदुस्तान अमेरिका का स्ट्रेटेजिक एलाय है और उनको जब अमेरिका ने कहा कि रूस से तेल ना खरीदो, उसने आगे से कहा तुम कौन होते हो मैं कहने वाले, यूरोप खरीद रहा है तेल उनसे, हमारे लोगों की जरूरत है, हम खरीदेंगे। ये होता है आजाद मुल्क।
आज हिंदुस्तान चांद पे चला गया है, G20 की मीटिंग्स वहां होती हैं। ये तो सब कुछ हमें करना चाहिए था। ये तो हमारी हमारी तकदीर में होना चाहिए था। ये तो हमारी किस्मत में होना चाहिए था कि हम ये करते। 1990 जब मैं पहली दफा वजीर आजम बना, दिसंबर 1990, हिंदुस्तान ने पाकिस्तान की तकलीद की। इकोनॉमिक रिफॉर्म ऑर्डर, आसन इकबाल बैठा हुआ, पूछें, नहीं तो सरताज अजीज साहब से जाके पूछें घर में। इकोनॉमिक रिफॉर्म ऑर्डर हमारा उन्होंने कॉपी किया और अपने मुल्क को आज देखें कहां ले गए हैं। वाजपेयी साहब जब वजीर आजम बने तो $1 बिलियन हिंदुस्तान के खजाने में नहीं था, लेकिन आज उनके पास $600 बिलियन जो है ना वो कहां से आ गया है। और हम $1 बिलियन आज भी मुल्क मुल्क जाके मांग रहे हैं। क्या इज्जत है हमारी आज, उनकी नजरों में भी क्या इज्जत है।
As I conclude, I hope Pakistan citizens find a stable government that works for their betterment and welfare. There will be lakhs of voters in the queue on the 8th of February across the country. There are many more key players, of course, in these elections to contest too. But there is only one main player, the Pakistan military, the country's strongest institution, as many believe, in fact, even rules the country. So remember this. There will soon be a prime minister to reflect a civilian rule in Pakistan. But there will be a general in the background, sending out orders on the decisions to be taken. That, my friend, is our neighbor nation. Thank you for watching.